And if you'll look up from here, see that waterfall? That's where we're going. You see the overcast? It might rain. So, it may be somewhat eventful, but it's all good. Okay, it's time for a classroom moment. Let's say you're trying to extract water from a creek. And let's say it's a small water source. You really can't dip anything in there without really, stirring up sediment. This is the best drinking receptacle you'll ever need. It's just a plastic bag. It'll mold to any surface. You can dip with it. For example, I want to get this water, but I don't want to stir up the sediment. All you need to do is just take the water, take the bag, and just go just like that. The water goes right in there. It's not brown, it's not gooky looking, and you can drink that. Or let's say it's coming from a stream and all you have is this little piece right here and you can't really put the mouth part of a canteen there. All you got to do is just take this bag right here and just touch it. You can literally push down with your finger. The water, believe it or not, the water is going in the bag. You're just touching it, just like that. Come up and you got all the water you need right here. And it's just that simple. Whether it's on the face of a rock, anything, you can literally just take your finger and push wherever you see the water. Just push it down to get the bag in there, and bam, it's filling up with water, believe it or not. That's all it takes. It weighs nothing. You sit there and you drink it, you dump out what you don't finish, you ball up the bag, and you put it right back in your pocket. It's that simple. You'll find that the terrain inside the park itself is much like what you're going to see in the Georgia portion of the trail. So if your loved ones are coming down, they can get a room at the lodge, and you can literally take a day hike with your family. I mean, it's good elevation, so if they ever ask you what was it like or what are you dealing with, leave your pack in a lodge, leave it at the shelter or in a hotel or whatever, and just take a day hike with your family and let them get a taste of what's going on. Okay? Check out this serene, babbling brook, I suppose. It's really nice. Nice and quiet. Perfect place for a picnic. Now, if you look straight up from here, there's the falls again. That's where we're going. Looks like the weather is trying to work with me. Maybe we can get to the top without it raining. But yeah, this is a nice little lake effect thing going on here. If we were on a trail, I just may take a dip and go swimming. Anyway. We'll be heading up from this point. Getting ever so closer. And if you're wondering, you will never get a sight such as this, like to be this close to the waterfall, where the trail will actually permit you to be in this proximity safely. That's why, if you're wondering, why are you taking all these pictures of a waterfall in Amatola Falls? Because you're just not going to get it like this until you get to like New Hampshire and Maine. But even then, you're going to be so danger close and it's so perilous. This is just worth seeing, so trust me. It's worth it. 25 steps later, and that's just from the difficult, strenuous part. The actual steps to count from the base of the falls to here is over 600, and that is literal, okay? We have arrived at the top of the fall. I wish I could tell you my elevation, but rather than guess, I'll just say it's not listed. However, I will try to zoom in on that little lake, and that's all the way at the bottom. Can you see it? There it is. Top of your screen, like right there. That's a lot. I'm going to tell you like this. If you can hike 610 steps with 45 pounds of weight on your back, you're going to be all right. And keep in mind, I left my tent at base camp, so I did weigh in at 50. I said, you can do that and still hold the conversation relatively. You'll be all right. And I got to tell you, it's really cold right now. All right, off to the lodge. And here we reach the entrance of the lodge itself. It really pales in comparison when you look at the majestic part from the rear. What I'm going to do is go into the dining area and give you an inside shot. When I thru hiked in 2005, I came so early that, believe it or not, I got a job here at the park. And I was a cook in their kitchens. And I stayed here for like 3 months. So when I come through, I try to see some of the workers that, you know, are still here, visit and so forth. So, all right, out here. This is from inside. Look at that. It's almost like being in the Space Needle in Seattle, eating out, just watching. You can really appreciate the view. Yep. Well, that's that. We're back outside. I had a good chance, you know, time to visit and everything. Now it's back to the grind. I'm gonna head down and we're gonna talk about building fires and such, since I have the time to do so. All right, out here. Check out this gnarly looking tree. I mean, you'll see stuff like this on the trail all day long, especially in Georgia and North Carolina. There's one that looks like a dragon and a sphinx. I'll be sure to point that out to you down the trail.